Good morning and welcome to the Pittsburgh City Council's public hearing for Thursday, December 14th, 2023, relative to the 2024 tax and budget amendments legislation. Would the clerk please read the title of the bills?
Bill 2147, Resolution authorizing the City of Pittsburgh to participate in applicable cooperative purchasing agreements for goods, materials, equipment, supplies, services, or construction as authorized by the Commonwealth Procurement Code and the Pennsylvania Intergovernmental Cooperation Law for the 2024 fiscal year. Bill 2148, Resolution providing for the letting of contracts and for the use of existing contracts for the purchase of materials, supplies, and equipment for city departments and the maintenance, repair, rental, and/or leasing, rehabilitation, renovation, inspection, or servicing of city buildings and facilities, and for any miscellaneous services in and for any city departments, and providing for the payment of the costs thereof for the 2024 fiscal year. Bill 2149, Resolution adopting and approving the 2024 capital budget, the proposed 2024 Community Development Program, and the 2024 through 2029 Capital Improvement Program. Bill 2150, Resolution making appropriations to pay the expenses of conducting the public business of the City of Pittsburgh and for meeting the debt charges thereof for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2024. Bill 2151, Resolution fixing the number of officers and employees of the City of Pittsburgh for the 2024 fiscal year and the rate of compensation thereof, and setting maximum levels for designated positions. Bill 2152, Resolution authorizing City Council to approve intradepartmental transfers throughout the 2024 fiscal year. Bill 2153, Resolution authorizing appropriations and salaries of the Stop the Violence Fund for the 2024 fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2024. Bill 2154, Resolution authorizing appropriations, salaries, and capital expenditures of the Parks Trust Fund for the 2024 fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2024. Bill 2155, Resolution authorizing the mayor and the director of the Office of Management and Budget to enter into an agreement or agreements with the Urban Redevelopment Authority of Pittsburgh for the administration of certain 2024 PAYGO-funded projects and programs, and providing for the payment of the cost thereof not to exceed $2,750,000. Bill 2156, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code at Title II Fiscal, Article 7, Business-Related Taxes, Chapter 245, Earned Income Tax, Section 245.03, Declaration and Payment of Tax at subsection D, so as to fix the rate of interest on delinquent earned income tax for the year 2024. Bill 2157, Resolution authorizing all city departments in conjunction with the Department of Finance to enter on behalf of the City of Pittsburgh into a facilities usage agreement or agreements during the 2024 calendar year for the purpose of permitting groups to rent city-owned facilities for recreational and community-focused activities in individual amounts not to exceed $10,000. Bill 2158, Resolution authorizing the fee schedule for 2024 pursuant to Chapter 170 of the City Code. Bill 2159, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code at Title II Fiscal, Article 7, Business-Related Taxes, Chapter 246, Home Rule Tax, Section 246.03, Declaration and Payment of Tax, and at subsection D, so as to fix the rate of interest on delinquent home rule tax for the year 2024. Bill 2160, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code at Title II Fiscal, Article 9, Property Taxes, Chapter 263, Real Property Tax and Exemptions, Section 263.02, Payment Options, Discount and Delinquency Penalty, so as to set the payment, discount, and delinquent dates for the 2024 fiscal year. Bill 2161, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code at Title II Fiscal, Article 9, Property Taxes, Chapter 263, Real Property Tax and Exemption, by fixing the rate of real estate taxation for 2024. And Bill 2300, Resolution amending Resolution 500 of 2023, which reappropriated Federal American Rescue Plan funding by updating the approved projects as outlined in Exhibit A, Version 6.
Thank you very much. Let the record reflect we are joined by Councilwoman Strasburger as well as Councilwoman Warwick. We will now move on to testimony from our registered speakers. Once your name is called, please give your full name and address for the public record. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address council. Also, just keep in mind that this is an opportunity for the community to speak directly to Pittsburgh City Council about the issues at hand and a time for council to listen. Therefore, council will not be responding to individual comments. Our first registered speaker is Chelsea Fentress. I do not see her online. Is Chelsea Fentress with us in chambers? If not, our next registered speaker is Jana Thompson. Ms. Thompson?
Hi, I'm Jana Thompson, Jana Thompson. Do I want address too?
You can just give your neighborhood that you reside in.
Central Northside.
Thank you.
So I'm here about county block grants for the food pantries and for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. And I run the Northside Common Ministries Food Pantry. It's a very large pantry for the city. We support the 3 zip codes of the Northside, 12, 14, and 33. And just letting you know how important this is to us, it's probably somewhere between 5 and 10% of our budget. We spend $400 a week on toilet paper. Toilet paper is a housing issue. If you don't have toilet paper, you might find yourself dehoused because you've become a threat to the plumbing in your building. And I do have a I'm very well supported with a all-volunteer funding group, but we still rely on this to keep us going. And as big and well organized as my pantry is, we're still experiencing incredible growth at the end of all of the COVID help that was happening. And so we're experiencing growth that we had not experienced pre-COVID. We're getting 11% new clients every month, growing from the last 10% the week or the month before. And for smaller pantries who do not have the luxury of a fundraising group running behind them, the money that they get from the food bank through the block grants may be the only funding that they have for the entire year. So it's significant to all of us, and we all use it in different ways. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next registered speaker is Chavesa Cheney. I do not see her online, nor do I see her in chambers. Our next registered speaker is Kent Bay. You can be.
Peace and love. Good morning.
Good morning.
Peace. My name is Kent Bay. Currently residing in the Hill District neighborhood, city of Pittsburgh. Thank you for allowing me to make this special appearance. I wanted to request that the City Council support Resolution 2023-2300 amending Pittsburgh's American Rescue Plan funds, which would allocate $100,000 towards composting, planning, and implementation. Additionally, I'd like to request City Council to assist the Project Love Coalition in its effort to create a safe environment for military veterans in the city of Pittsburgh. We're currently engaged in a housing development project for homeless veterans. We know that there's a serious issue here in this region as it relates to veterans and housing. And we're hoping to get the City Council to support our efforts in creating a safe environment for veterans here through our housing development project, as well as our workforce development project for veterans as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next registered speaker is Jessica Custon.
Hi, I'm Jessica Houston, and I am in Homewood right now. I'm picking up buckets for Worm Return, one of the composters in Pittsburgh that was used for the city's pilot program, and I just want to give you some more information about how people in the composting industry feel about the $100,000 that should be allocated to composting. Last year's pilot had the opportunity to divert the food waste, 36% of total household waste, from 115 households. And I know that Worm Return and the other haulers in Pittsburgh can handle so much more. I think it's important to know when allocating these funds that we already have a built-in infrastructure of compost haulers, and all they need to do is be deployed to handle twice that amount of waste, if not more. So I'm here to show my support for that $100,000 to be allocated to composting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next registered speaker is Elliot Stone. Is Elliot Stone with us? If not, just let the record reflect that we've also been joined by President Smith. Our next registered speaker is Arthur Hughes. Is Arthur Hughes with us? If not, our next registered speaker is Joanna Deming.
Perfect timing. Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's a small crowd today, but thank you for being here. I just wanted to reiterate my support for Resolution 2300, composting. I think that a lot of people would be into composting if there was a system in place where they had support and where it wasn't a financial burden. So I'm excited to see how the city is going to move this forward, hopefully with your guys' support. I also am supportive of other things that intersect with food in the budget around affordable housing, community development. It's all vital, and I just hope that we can get a budget and move into the new year. So thank you so much, and have a great day.
Being here. Our next registered speaker is Jamie Christian.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. And my name's Jamie Christian. I'm the founder and executive director of Let Us Turn Up the Beat Sustainability Collective, and we're based in Carrick. I would like to call upon City Council to approve the resolution to allow the $100,000 for the composting program for the next budget. All of these talking points that Joe sent us are really great, but I'm going to make my statement about a public health perspective that is very personal to me. I know that I've talked about vermiculture in the past during the land bank hearings and also the Food Justice Fund meetings, and the reason it's so personal to me is because I suffer from an autoimmune disorder as well as a neurodegenerative disorder. Southwestern Pennsylvania is one of the hotspots for neurodegenerative and autoimmune disorders in the world. I believe we're number 2, mostly affecting women between the ages of the 30s up to 60s. There's a very, very strong concentration of women from Southwestern Pennsylvania who have lupus, fibromyalgia, MS, early onset dementia, Parkinson's, ALS, a multitude of other things like Crohn's. A lot of these diseases were, for a long time, thought to be just genetic, but more and more research is being done and finding that they are due to heavy metal toxins in the soil. Soil remediation through vermiculture, which is a type of composting, it's basically worm farming, very lucrative because people really like worm casings. They pay a lot of money for them, but it also helps to fix the soil and get rid of those heavy metal toxins. So I guarantee you every single person on council has somebody working in their office, knows somebody personally, might have a family member who is suffering from one of these diseases. It's not pleasant. It's really hard to stay in remission without having, all kinds of infusions and things pumped into your body which make you sicker, and it's a constant battle. So, these are diseases that were thought to be only genetic, and now research is coming up showing that they are preventable. And one way to prevent that is to fix the soil in the area. And I really think that that is a very strong point in addition to all of these other wonderful points. And thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Our last registered speaker is Colin Young. Is Colin Young with, yes, you may begin.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. So wonderful to be with you today. I'm sorry I can't be there in person. We're doing a holiday distribution today, so just have a few minutes of time. But I'm Colleen Young. I'm a resident of District 5 and the Director of Government Affairs for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Just like to start by thanking City Council and the Gainey Administration for using the Community Development Block Grant funds to help address food insecurity in the city. These funds directly support food pantries, as Jana explained earlier, and soup kitchens in our city's lowest resource communities. The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank purchases food at the prevailing wholesale costs, which have risen significantly in the last several years, and we're able to provide those foods as well as critical household items like toilet paper and cleaning supplies to food pantries across the city at no cost. Over the last year, we've seen a 29% increase in the number of Pittsburgh City households seeking food assistance from our network, and a 22% increase in the total pounds of food we're distributing across the city. So many of our community members are struggling to put enough food on their tables, and we know the real and long-term impacts of the lack of nutritious food has, including chronic illness, unemployment, behavior and developmental challenges for children, and more. These funds provide a real opportunity for us to meet that immediate and critical need. We really appreciate the Council's commitment to supporting our neighbors facing food insecurity and to including the continued use of CDBG funds in the budget. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll go back through just to, has Chelsea Fentress joined us? I do not believe so. Has Chavesa Cheney joined us? I do not believe so. And has Elliot Stone joined us? If not, has Arthur Hughes joined us? Do not believe so. So that exhausts our list of registered speakers. Is there anyone else in chambers wishing to speak? Please come forward at this time. Provide your name, neighborhood for the record. You will be given 1 minute to speak.
Good morning. My name is Allison McAtee. I'm a District 9 resident. I'm here to request that you all support the amendment 2023-2300 to expand the composting program in Pittsburgh. The last 2 years, I've grown food for my neighborhood, and we've had historically high levels of lead in our soil in Garfield. And over the last 10 years, we have built up that soil and now made it available for our neighbors to come and grow on our land using our resources. And thanks to a grant by the United Way, we were able to get a Knowledge to the People program to also then supply people with the tools that they need to start their own composting at home so that they can grow their food and start their own gardens as well. And this program would really allow people to embrace the things that we've learned are helping us. And I'm also here representing the Pittsburgh Food Policy Council, and 66 of our members have supported and signed on, and asking you all to support this as well.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in chambers wishing to speak? Anyone else in chambers? If not, let the record reflect that we've also been joined by Councilman Wilson. With that, is there anything members would like to say or comment on? Councilwoman Schlossberger?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just really want to thank everyone who came out and spoke today. I think this is, while one slice of one bill and one of many bills that we are going to be then ultimately passing as part of a budget package, it's really fundamental and really important. And I'm grateful to all of you for the work that you do every day. So thank you for coming out. There are many other issues that, we've also been talking about that are fundamental, but I'm really glad to hear the support for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other members? Councilwoman Warwick?
Yeah, I also just wanted to say thank you. Just in general, to you all here, you're definitely city council regulars. So I appreciate, it really is. I think it should be acknowledged, when people come down to council, taking a huge chunk of their day to come down here and speak to us and with us, So I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time, and also to everybody who joins online. It's important, right? This public comment is part of our democratic process, and we really appreciate you, taking the initiative to come down and let us know about all this particular food justice for this crew right here, but in general for everyone else, for coming down and letting us know about what's important to you and holding us accountable. So, thank you for that.
Thank you. Councilman Wilson?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, this budget process has been quite interesting because we're looking at a budget here where in a couple of years, people were using this term skinny, but I think the reality of the matter is that we're, in for some tough decisions here. And so I think what we're trying to do is to make sure that the city is operating the best it can this year, so that when we approach those years, whenever the budget is under more scrutiny in terms of tough decisions, maybe new ways to bring in new revenue that doesn't involve increasing taxes is something I'm very interested in. But during those years, we can still maintain the streets, we're already hiring the workers now to ensure that in those next 2 years that we can get somewhere and make sure that Pittsburgh's still safe and clean. So, but in terms of you all coming down today, I appreciate it. I apologize for my tardiness, but it doesn't go unnoticed that you all came down organized and are in support of the bill in terms of what was proposed by Councilman Gross. So I'm in support of that and look forward to seeing what you all can help us accomplish in the future. So thank you.
Thank you. I'll also simply thank everyone who came down and or was online. I certainly learned some things this morning, so for that I'm very appreciative. So thank you for all your time. If there's nothing else, we have exhausted the business of this public hearing, and this meeting is now adjourned.